My name is Marius Wenda. I come from Niguni Islands, the eastern half of the islands called Papua New Guinea, PNG. And the same islands, the western half of the islands is called West Papua. I'm from the western half of the islands. I go by West Papuans. When I was in West Papua, I witnessed my own people getting treated like animals, experiencing human rights abuses, and brutal killing like by the colonial Indonesian government started in 1960s up to now. My people have suffered for almost 70 years, and many lost their life in the name of liberation for people of West Papua. Some have been killed through the racist system, and others brutally killed for commitment to freedom. When I am up here with you all, people in Duga, in Tanjaya, Maibrat, Pegunungan Bintan areas are refugees in the bush, and their livestock and stock are destroyed by Indonesian governments. There are examples recently started in 2019 up to now. Since in the beginning, 1960s, the indigenous people of West Papua were 8 millions, and people compared to Papua New Guinea 2 millions. But now it's the opposite. West Papua now has about 4 millions, and Papua New Guinea has 9 millions. The indigenous population is about 47% of West Papuans' current populations. Because of this, we call our suffering the silent genocide committed by Asian oppressor, the Indonesian. On behalf of the people of West Papua, I have sympathy for the people of Ukraine. And we all, as a Pacifica people, grieve with you and are sending a lot of prayers. However, in the Pacific, the story of the cold genocide of the native Pacific Islanders in West Papua has never been heard, recognized by the neighboring siblings since 1960 up to now. My people suffer very quiet. Their cries and tears never been recognized because the Indonesian governments resist the international media and news, including the UN's and UN High Commissioner visit human rights crisis happening in West Papua. I do not see any bright future for my people, West Papua, under the Indonesian government systems. Therefore, we call the support to our Pacific Islanders family to help us push our West Papuan campaign to liberate the people of West Papua, end the genocide that was committed in the 21st century. My Samoan, Tongan, Micronesian, Fijian, Marshallese, Chamorro, Native Hawaiian siblings, we ask for your solidarity. Tell your friends, church, school, and at work, our Pacifica people in West Papua are facing genocide in their own homeland. There was one day where white Asian nation controlled all of our Pacifica people and lands, but through the revolutions and sacrifice, we now have a free nations and Oceania. We too are looking to stand up as a nation amongst our Oceania family, as an independent and free people, to live our life in dignity and to govern our own indigenous resources and lands and ocean. I would like to conclude with one of the songs that written by Arnold Up, and it's called Hidup Ini Suatu Misteri. Arnold Up was one of the musicians and freedom fighter. He wrote this song in jail, and after 3 days later, he was killed by Indonesian governments.
Siapa yang main ukulele?
Okay, let's